Welcome back to my channel. My name is Malika, and this video is going to be about lessons that you can find in Brigerton. So, as most of you, my name is Malika, in case I didn't say that already. Welcome to the Align Life with Malika. This is my kind of catch-all channel, but I do have a tarot specific channel called Intuitive Queen. It's linked in the description box if you're interested. Anyways, let's get back into this video. Okay, so like most of you, I enjoyed the first season of Brigerton, and then here comes the second season, and so I'm watching it like all of you, and I finished it yesterday, and I thought it was a really good season. I still think that season 1 was better, but I like the characters, I like the storylines in this season. I just felt like, you know, it was cut shorter than the first season, which it is what it is. But anyways, I feel like there are so many lessons in both season 1 and 2, but because I just watched season 2, I'm just going to focus on season 2. So, one of the overall messages or lessons that I see in season 2 is to be true to yourself. And that's something that I preach on this channel all the time. Be your authentic self. Be true to yourself. And that's going to peel back. The more that you come into who you are and what you like and what you dislike and all of those things, what you're interested in, the more you're going to be able to showcase who you truly are. And it feels like throughout the season, it's like nobody was sharing their true feelings and sharing their true desires. Kate was looking out for her sister Edwina, and I understand it. She felt like, I feel like she felt like she was an imposter in the entire family, because she is not Edwina's full-blooded sister, and she is not her mama's full-blooded daughter. She is from her father and her mother, which passed away, and her father, who also passed away. So I feel like, and you'll see it towards the end, spoiler alert, this does have spoilers, so anyways, you'll see it towards the end where it's just like, she felt like she had to prove herself that she was worthy of love and admiration and stuff like that. And then we have Anthony, the Viscount, and he, at a very young age, had to take on the role of provider and father-like figure because his father died of a bee sting, and he kind of wasn't able to process his father's death and his emotions that came with that, because he witnessed his mother go through such a tough grieving period. He just decided that life would be better if emotions weren't involved, if his true feelings weren't involved in things. And there's just a lot of, like, even with Penelope and all of her situation going on, there's a lot of just pushing true feelings away. And it's like you get to a moment in the season when they're talking about, like, did we not, like, Edwina's like, was I really not paying attention to the love between Kate and Anthony? And even like Anthony's mother, and I can't remember, what is her name? I can't remember her name, but the black lady with a cane. Like, even, I feel like they noticed it, but it's like they wanted it to be different. They wanted it to not be what they were seeing, what it really was. Like, it's like they willfully had the wool pulled over their eyes just because it made things easier. And that's another thing that I noticed in this show, is like, sometimes we keep the rose-colored glasses over our eyes because it's easier to be in that than to have to deal with the consequences, good or bad, that deal with what's truly happening in our reality. Because consequences don't have to be bad. They can be good. Like, had Kate and Anthony just shared their affection for each other from the get-go, it could have saved Kate from going through that situation with her sister Edwina, and it could have saved Edwina from, feeling the way that she did. But then again, I look at it from this perspective, and everything happens for a reason. And so had they not have gone through all of that, maybe they wouldn't be able to see how everybody's lives has been impacted in such a deep way by the losses that they've had, by the traumas that they've endured. There's a lot of messages about self-worth. We see that, like, with Penelope, as she has feelings for one of the Brigerton brothers, and she's like a wallflower. Nobody knows her. Men aren't really attracted to her. She wants to live that life, clearly, but it's not afforded to her. It's not afforded to her, possibly because of her looks and her weight. And she desperately wants to be liked by this Brigerton brother and stuff like that. But she is like, she finds her voice through being Lady Whistledown, or Whistletown, or Whistledown. I don't know. But it's like, and it even forces her to rat out her best friend. And it's just like, if we would all just be real with ourselves, we could save ourselves a lot of heartache. And at the end, it's like she finds out that the brother has no intentions of ever liking her in that way, and it really hurts her. And I just feel like the lessons in this show is like, when we deny ourselves of our truest desires, when we deny ourselves of showing up in the world as we are, we put ourselves in situations with people who we don't resonate with, who we will never be seen truly by. And if we came in the world and we just showed up as we are, without all this conditioning and this labeling and this programming and all of that stuff, oh, how we'd be able to find our tribes faster. But that's the beauty of life. Like, it's the undoing of all the things that you're taught. Some of our great spiritual leaders and gurus, they say that this is Earth school. And a lot of my journey has been to unlearn everything that I was taught about who I should be in this world and how I should show up in the world. And I'm learning to just peel back those layers of my authentic self and show up as that person. And it's really intriguing for me to watch, and intriguing for my family to watch, because I'm so different. I'm not once who I was, and I'm always changing, and I'm very unconventional. I live an unconventional life. And anyways, this isn't about me, but it's just interesting watching the show and like seeing that when we push past our trauma and the things that we think we should be doing for others. Like, Kate was so selfless. She was selfless to the point where she denied herself of her own desires and her own wants. And that's toxic. Because even though it comes with good intentions, it's toxic because it doesn't allow for her to have her wants or her desires. And it makes it seem like those wants and desires are something that she shouldn't deserve. Like, she shouldn't deserve love. She shouldn't deserve, you know, her own happiness. And it's like, we have to ask ourselves, those of us who are very selfless, those of us who are very, put others' needs before ours, and I do that and have done that. I don't do it anymore, but I've done that. We have to ask ourselves, like, do we not deserve those things? And then after so many years of putting other people's needs in front of your own and their desires ahead of your own desires, out of goodness, you get to a point where when you're undoing all of that and you realize, I don't even know what I desire. I don't even know what I want. So there's so many lessons in here about really, really staying true to yourself, going after your wants and desires too. It's not always about other people, even if you have good intentions. And realizing that you can really mess up some good relationships by doing all of that. So yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about, lessons and themes that I seen in Brigerton season 2. So let me know what you've seen. I'm sure I've missed some. There's so many in there. If you watch this series, let me know what you think about it. If you've seen any hidden lessons that we can put in the comments section down below, let me know what you think about it. If you like this type of video, like it. If you're new to the family and you're vibing with me or the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And any way that you can connect with me is in the description box. I am a self-development advocate. I am a tarot reader. I have all that information down in the description box down below, and I will see you in the next video. As always, peace and love. Bye.